When we back with the live stream, I'ma just let everybody come in, you know what I'm saying? Let's turn this shit up, let's turn this shit up, you know what I'm saying? Happy and excited to be back streaming on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a dope one. And yeah, man, I miss streaming so much, you know what I'm saying? I said it last week, but ain't nothing changed, you know? Ain't nothing changed but the date. And it's just beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Being back. And yeah, just currently just waiting for everybody to pull up, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a dope ass stream. We're going to have a lot of fun, talk about a lot of shit and stuff, you know? And yeah, first of all, I hope everybody's doing good, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had a good week, productive week and stuff. And yeah, I've been good, you know, just hustling as usual. Always just hustling, you know? And you know, every day just play by play, you know how I say, always play by play, you know, just building the fundament, just laying brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, you know. And over time, of course, this accumulates, and yeah, you know, it gets like bigger and bigger over time. And yeah, so of course, gym, you know, like gym as usual, gotta keep the workout going strong and stuff. You know, I really be on my gym grind, like I take that shit so serious, you know, and just be pushing hard with the gym and stuff. Vlas Gaza, King Dean is back. What's happening, Vlas Gaza? Shoutouts to you, my boy. I hope you're doing good, man. Much love to you. Team Dean, we back, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this shit started, you know what I'm saying? Let's turn this shit up. I got a light today, so let me know if it's better, like, you know what I'm saying? Hope your week was good. Much love, brother. Much love to you. I had a great week, really productive. How was your week? I hope you're doing good. Boomer Clouds in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Team Dean, let's go. Shout out to my brothers for real. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Team Dean, for real, for real, for real. Hey, shout out to y'all pulling up, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all so much. Just like I said, I have a new lighting here, so I hope it's a little bit better type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, over time we're gonna step it up. Still figuring it out, you know what I'm saying? So a little patience, but we're gonna get there over time. I hope all of y'all doing good, you know what I'm saying? Light is amazing, camera is crystal clear. I appreciate you so much, last guys. So much love to you. Man, I watched the clips from last stream. It was such a dope stream. You know, I watched the full stream as well, but like it was such a dope stream. So I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here again. It means the world to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I always come here a little bit like nervous type shit, you know what I'm saying, before, because you never know, you know what I'm saying? Is Team Dean gonna be in the cut? But you know what I'm saying, Team Dean in the cut as always, you know. I hope y'all had a great week too. Productive shit and stuff. It's getting cold as a motherfucker. Like it's cold outside as a motherfucker. I swear, like I be freezing because I was like born in the summer and stuff. So that motherfucking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit has me freezing and stuff. Waiting a whole week, you earn that support, so I'm here, man. Please appreciate you so much. Appreciate you, that like that is real love, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all so much for pulling up again and again, man. This means the world to me, honestly, you know what I'm saying? And I swear I told the freezer for real, right? Like I swear Austria, like it get cold like Minnesota, cold like Minnesota. But yeah, we're gonna, like, how much, like 2-3 more months? Yeah, now it's gonna get colder even than that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, just slowly getting into it and stuff. Man, I missed it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just so happy that we doing this shit on the regular. Like we got the Friday set up and stuff. Freezy breezy today, I swear to God, Boomba Claus, I swear. Ice outside, ice on the chain. Low key, the ice outside is even colder than the chain type shit. You know what I'm saying? We got the GD chain as always, of course. But y'all feel me, you know what I'm saying? It really do be cold as a motherfucker and stuff. But like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna, you know what I'm saying, get over it. We gonna bring the heat. Hey, Team Dean, we gonna bring the heat, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a little cold cannot, like, phase us and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said at the beginning, you know, with everything in life, it's just about building fundaments, you know what I'm saying? Like, brick by brick by brick, you know what I'm saying? Like, selling bricks. Now, I'm not saying selling bricks, but I'm saying building things brick by brick, brick by brick, you know. And over time, that accumulates into something much more, into something much bigger. And that's basically everything for life, you know. Everything that you do, you have to basically do it over a constant period of time, you know. Put in the work in, put in the work in, put in the work in. And then over time, you can see that shit actually grow, you know what I'm saying? Just like how we're doing right now with the streams and stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're building, we're building, we're building. And then over time, it's gonna accumulate into something much bigger, you know? But the most important part is that we got Team Dean in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Team Dean, for real. I appreciate y'all so much, you know? And like I said, with that, we're gonna build. And over time, you know, make the shit bigger and bigger. But that's for everything in life, you know? Gym, finances, even relationships, you know. And when I say relationships, I'm not specifically just saying like romantic relationships, but like relationships in general, right? Like, you have to give energy so that you can get energy, right? And this is how you do it, just over time, you know. And the most important part is just being honest with yourself, you know. The fastest way to progress at something is to just be honest with yourself, you know. And that's not always funny, you know what I'm saying? Being motherfucking honest with yourself ain't always as pretty, you know what I'm saying? Because it depends, like, of course, you know, everybody is in a different position, in a different type of situation. Everybody wants different things out of life. But at the end of the day, I guess we all want to get better, right? 100% it's hard to be true, but it's for real. Yeah, no, honestly, the self-honesty is one of the hardest parts, you know. Even same with me, you know what I'm saying? There's so many things I had to fix about myself. There's still plenty of things I want to fix about myself, about my life and stuff. And this is where honesty comes in, you know, being self-honest, like honest with your motherfucking self, and understanding, okay, if it would be perfect, it would be perfect already, right? Like, there's a reason why we want to get better at things, because it's not perfect yet, right? So that's where, like I said, we have to be honest with ourselves and be like, okay, here I can do better, here I can adjust. But we also have to be honest in the good way, you know? Like, when we're doing something good, we also have to like clap for ourselves. Right now, everybody that's watching, I want everybody to take a second off camera and clap for themselves, you know, because you watching this, I know you have accomplished so much already in your life. But we as humans, me specifically too, we always want more, right? And that's a good thing, but sometimes we can get so ahead of ourselves, you know. Only the brave watch inside themselves. Facts, you know what I'm saying? I swear. Because look, amazing comment last guys. Because like so many people, you know, it's easy, bro, like to judge other people. It's easy to point fingers and be like, oh, this person does this, but fuck that shit. That shit is not gonna help you progress, you know. You have to be honest with yourself and be like, okay, where can I progress? Like, where can I get better with myself, you know? And like I said, it's only going to be if you're honest with yourself. And sometimes it's not going to be pretty. And I'm gonna use myself as an example. Ooh, so many things I had to fix about myself, and I had to first be honest and be like, bro, in this aspect, you're bullshitting. And that's not pretty. That's not like, that conversation is never pretty, you know what I'm saying? But it's necessary. For example, just us being here today, streaming right now. What's your day routine to stay positive? First of all, thank God. Every day, bro, I'm so serious. I'm not religious, you know, I said it multiple times. I don't do no religion. If anybody is religious, for me, I accept all people. I'm not religious, I would say spiritual, quote unquote. But God is God, you know, God, the one that created all of this world, us and stuff. Always say thank God first thing in the morning. You have to be thankful, you have to be grateful, and directly start the day, you know what I'm saying, by thanking God. Just to be alive. I know sometimes it's like regular, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up and it's like, okay, it's a new day. But trust me, even that is a blessing, just to be alive, you know what I'm saying? So this is how you have to start your day. Always be, first of all, grateful. Always say, thank God that I'm alive. Thank God that all my people that I love, friends, family, are alive. I swear, it sounds, I swear, when I say those things, you see, like, I'm not saying that in a cheesy way, you know, not like, oh, be thankful, blah, blah. No, I'm dead ass serious, you know what I'm saying? Because, shit, like, we had hard times too, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta be thankful that we're currently at where we at, right? So that's how we have to start. First of all, always start positive, you know? Not every day is going to be perfectly possible to be positive, you know? Some days, like, you know, you maybe had a bad sleep, maybe had a bad day yesterday, maybe had some bad dreams, whatever, you know? The goal in life is never to be perfect. Look, I tried it myself. I tried to be perfect. I swear on my life, I tried so often to be perfect, and it never works. It never works being perfect. So, but what works is being honest and trying your motherfucking best. We can be glad. I cannot say it out loud, but I love you. Shout out to Boomer Clouds. Shout out to Boomer Clouds. And healthy, exactly. And we always gotta be thankful for health. You know, like when you're like, you know what I'm saying, when you're coughing, or like, you know what I'm saying, when you're like freezing and stuff, you know, and like you catch a cold, right? Like in that time, then you understand what it means to be healthy. Or like, God forbid, like even when it's something worse, right? That's when we then appreciate health. But health should be always appreciated. I'm sorry that I gotta say it, but last week, for example, I had a runny nose, you know, because it's fucking cold. You know how amazing it is? It sounds so stupid, but I swear to God, like just to breathe clearly again, you know? So we gotta be grateful about those little things. And you know, I swear, for every person in this life, one of the most important things, you have to have a purpose. You have to have a goal. Look, your goal is going to look so different than mine. There is no right or wrong goal. What you want for your life is maybe completely different than what I want for my life, right? So then we have to get out of our head, you know. There's no, you know, competing and looking around like what is one person doing, what is the other person. No, you look at what you want for your life, and when you're honest with yourself, you know exactly what you want for your own life. Now, is it maybe going to be hard? Most likely. If it's something really dope, it's going to be hard, right? But just think of it, like whatever you want for your life, right? Like if it was so easy to get, where would be the joy? Where would be the excitement in that, right? Like if everybody could have it, like it would not be that special, right? Like for example, with girls and stuff, you know, like you don't want a girl like that everybody can have, right? Type shit, type shit. So we have to be thoughtful of that and keep that in mind. Like, okay, yes, it might be hard. Yes, it might take a lot of dedication, a lot of work. But look, especially since most of y'all are, almost all of y'all are men in here, we specifically as men, we need to build something, you know? Like we need to be in that masculine energy of pushing out, of building something. When I say building, I'm not saying building a house type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that, I'm saying like metaphorically speaking, building. Like how we're right now building with the streams and stuff, right? Like we're building a community, building Team Dean, building this whole thing, you know? But basically just building a community of like-minded individuals where we can all feel connected, you know? Where we all feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We in some type of energy like that is like similar to the other person, right? So, and that's a beautiful thing because like at the end of the day, we are all like people's people, so we need a community. Pride arises from physical and mental challenges. We build ourselves, we build in the community, we build a positive movement. Love that comment, last guys, facts, amazing, you know what I'm saying? We need challenges, you know? As sometimes they suck, right? Like because it can be really hard, but imagine if it was always easy, you would never get better. You would always be comfortable, you would be chilling just on your couch and stuff. Now there's nothing wrong with sometimes chilling. But if we do that every day, what's the purpose, right? Like we need some hardships. We need some challenges to overcome, you know? So we know, okay, I just got better off this shit. And when you overcome a hardship, man, like you feel different about yourself, right? Like I told y'all the story, when I was 16 years old, I had 132 kilograms. 132 kilograms, that's 281 pounds. I lost 45 kilograms in 1 year, you know. Was it fucking brutal? Of course, you know. But what's more brutal, going through that challenge or being fat as fuck? Like, duh, you know what I'm saying? Because life was really fucked up then when I was fat, bro. I was getting bullied every day. People were saying, fat this, fat that, bam, bam, bam. It was the worst. And now I can be like, yeah, of course they were right. You know, I was really fat and stuff. But like when you're in that experience and experiencing it, it just sucks. You know, you're like, why the fuck are people so mean and stuff, you know? But I get it, you know, it was not healthy, you know? And if I would have kept going into that direction, it would have been really fatal and tragic for me, you know? But I had to overcome that. And this is where I had to be honest with myself, you know? Because like when I was a child, I used to always think like, oh, I'm just going to lose the weight by itself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go over time away on its own. That's not how life works. There's a quote, nothing changes until you don't change it. And what you're not changing, you're choosing. And that's what, then when I was 16, I was like, fuck. Because people used to always tell me like, oh, don't worry. When you grow up, you're gonna lose the weight on your own. I thought so for real. And then I turned 16, I'm like, this is actually the time where the weight is supposed to come off on its own. And then it clicked in my head like, oh, that's not how life works. If you want change, you gotta bring the change, you know. And change sometimes is uncomfortable, but just think of your own self, you know what I'm saying? Didi, the chosen one, bring him a damn crown. Mwah. Bless your heart so much, Las guys. I appreciate you so much. I love y'all for real, for real, for real. Honestly, I swear. I'm so grateful that we can be here and just talk real shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with the fun, with the excitement and stuff, but like just to bring the real vibes, you know? Because I swear I don't want to fake it. One thing about me, I don't like faking it, you know what I'm saying? I don't, like, cause what the fuck I'm gonna talk about if I'm not gonna talk about real shit, right? Like, you want me to talk about some dumb shit? Like, we can talk about fun stuff too, you know, but with whatever is going on in the world, yeah, can always ask me whatever, of course. But overall, like, it gotta be real, right? Like, it gotta stem from like a real position. So that's what is most important to me, you know? And this is again where we said, you know, just being honest with your motherfucking self, admitting whenever like you're not on your A level, whatever the reason is, you know, like it can be so many different things, you know, and sometimes things just don't align, you know, and but you still have to keep pushing through. Like if you got a vision, you gotta see it through, you know. And like I said, it's not always easy, but it's always going to be worth it, you know. Growth is always a beautiful thing, and we have to stay in that type of mindset, you know, like focused on the growth, focused on what we can build, right? And keep that goal in mind. Always keep that goal in mind. When you got a purpose, when you got a passion, you always got to keep that shit in mind. Every day wake up like you're on a mission, you know. Every day wake up like, okay, I'm building towards that thing. I'm building towards that thing. And like I said, I think last week I said it, is with goals is like basically like a GPS system. You put that into the navigation, so like with a navigation system, you put the destination in there, and if you just keep driving that way, if you just keep going, sooner or later you will reach that goal, right? So we just have to keep going, and don't be too hard on yourself too, you know, watching this right now, if you're watching this, like, don't be too hard on yourself, because it's easy to be hard on ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to like, because we always want more, right? Like we as humans, this is just how we are born and stuff, like we always want more. That's a good thing, because that wanting more is gonna keep us pushing, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep us pushing to actually get more, to actually be more, you know? But like I said, some days, look, there's like a, we can say it basically like this, it's about giving 100% every day, but understanding like 100%, it's not gonna look every day the same, right? Like some days you might can only give 10%, but those 10% are your 100%, you know? So that's what we have to keep in mind. So don't be too hard on yourself. Yes, be honest with yourself. Yes, see where you can improve. But hey, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you gotta also be understandful of yourself and be like, okay, hey, today it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta stick to what I know, stick to what I got in my mind, and keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, and that's how you're gonna get to the destination. You should treat yourself like your best friend. That's self-love, 100% GD mindset. See, Las Gaza, you're a smart-ass motherfucker. I appreciate you, I swear. Dope comment after dope comment. You know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, you know? You have to be your biggest fan, basically, your best friend. You have to, I swear. I said it so many times, and I must say it always. The way how you talk to yourself is so important. Please, especially if you're watching this, never down talk yourself. I'm dead ass serious, you know, because being honest and seeing where you can improve, this is not down talking, this is just being honest. But never down talk yourself, not even like in joking wise, you know. Don't even say anything bad about yourself. Don't joke negatively about yourself, because your subconscious, like your unconscious mind, so we have a conscious, the one that is aware, and then the subconscious that is unaware, and it's always listening, the subconscious part, you know. I'm just riding your mindset wave, you're the inspiration, I'm the brush, but I appreciate you so much. See, like we all in the same boat, you know what I'm saying? Let's create some artifacts. we're all in the same boat, and that's why we resonate with each other, you know what I'm saying? Because look, that type of mindset, like once you get it, you know what I'm saying? It's not like something that changes over time. Like once you understand those key values, you then take them with you for the rest of your life, right? And that's how you go through life, understanding like, okay, this is how what it is, you know, to be your biggest fan, to be your biggest supporter, you know, because the world is not always gonna do that. Quite the opposite. Now, for some people, it's different. Some people just, I don't know, they got it like that. But most of the times, the world, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna be like so supportive of you, like how you can be at first, you know, like after you put in the work, you show people, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do. Then over time, more support comes in, you know. But at first, and even when nobody's clapping, you have to be your biggest friend. I swear, it was times when I was down and out, nothing made sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, and life is still never perfect, you know what I'm saying? Some days are like, you know, up and down, but this is where then the self-love comes in, you know, to love yourself, appreciate yourself the way you are, you know, understand, okay, whatever season I'm in right now, it's a season, and this shall pass too, you know, when it's not so good. And when it's good, be thankful, be grateful, but also understand like it's a season, right? So it's also going to pass. That's why it's so important when you're doing good, never get arrogant, you know, never get too good for your own. I swear, this is what I don't like when I see people getting arrogant and stuff, you know, always be grateful and get baddies facts, you know what I'm saying? Always get some baddies, you know what I'm saying? Gotta keep some baddies on lock, you know what I'm saying? And be grateful, hey, and when you with a baddie, be grateful for that baddie, you know what I'm saying? When she's giving it up first night, just be grateful, you know what I'm saying? Like when you say that's how it's supposed to be, and then in your mind you think another one, and another one, and another one, you know? So being grateful is the most important part, you know? Because like you're sending out that energy into the universe, into life, like, hey, I see what I got, I'm thankful for what I got, you know? And like I said, sometimes it's just pushing through, you know? Sometimes things don't always go perfectly as planned. What can you do, right? Nothing. You just have to keep pushing, because what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna give up? Team Dean, like anybody or part of Team Dean, we never give up. Like what is giving up? You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck, you know what I'm saying? This is such a stupid ass concept. When it gets too much, hey, take a step back, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be perfect. Team Dean never give up, hell yeah, facts, you know what I'm saying? We never give up. Like whatever we do, whatever goals we have, we're gonna reach them. Okay, are they maybe sometimes gonna take longer than we expected? Shit, what can we do, right? Fuck it, we still gotta keep going, because that thought, that feeling of that goal that you have within yourself, within your mind, it's not gonna go away. You can try to push it down, you can try to like act like it's not there, but it's there, and it's gonna keep staying there. So it's so important to keep that in mind and understand, you know what I'm saying? Like keep pushing, yo, what's poppin', what's happening, Def 2K16, my brother, I hope you're doing good, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the stream, appreciate you for being back again. Also for Bumbu Klaus, for last guys, I gotta say again, thank y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. And now of course, Def 2K16, appreciate y'all so much for pulling up on the regular. Like that means so much to me. This is the third live stream and it's 23, so we're in divine timing. This is the third live stream back to back, and all y'all motherfuckers keep showing up, so kisses to y'all, of course, no, you know what I'm saying, no such shit, like all love, of course. Team Dean, we back on God, you know what I'm saying, divine time. See, I fuck with y'all heavy, you know what I'm saying. One perfectly imperfect, Mama, hello, what's poppin', how you doing, hope you're good, welcome to the stream, you know what I'm saying. Appreciate the follow, One Perfectly Imperfect, I appreciate that a lot. I'm sorry we don't have the sounds yet, like over time we're gonna get better. We're gonna add sounds and stuff, you know, when someone follows and stuff. I'm still like new to this type shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is Team Dean, you know what I'm saying? So glad you're here. And like I said, Team Dean, you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy. Welcome in Team Dean, Divine Mission Facts, you know what I'm saying? How long you been streaming? This is my third week, so this is my third stream in total. We like still fresh, like we used to stream back in the past, but like we just started now 3 weeks ago. So we just getting back into it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my Team Dean, because, you know, for example, here, I don't call it chat. You know how streamers call it chat? This is not chat, this is Team Dean, you know? And but I'm so glad to have you here. Your positivity is music to our ears, so don't worry about sounds. I appreciate that so much. Hey, I'm for real, like so thankful that yeah, I appreciate that too, you know. And Moma says, I was thinking about streaming too. Go for it. Go for it. Whatever you have in your mind, whatever you have in your head, and you want to do that, go for that shit. And one key thing I can give you on the way is like, don't wait too long. If you want to start, just start. After this stream is done, depending on what the time is, where you are at, by the way, where you're from, depending on the time, just start today or tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Or this week at least, you know? Just start. Even like half an hour, 20 minutes, it doesn't matter, you know? Time to light up the booth with some dope bars, G. Time to light, okay. Hey, they want the bars, yeah? Okay. Pull up, out of state, Mars, yeah? Hey, Team Dean, going hard, yeah? Yeah. Pull up, foreign bra, yeah? What? Pull up, foreign car, yeah? Yeah, Gavis Dean, huh? Superstar, yeah. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Freestyle Friday, you know how we do that, smoke 'em on God, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, I love it. Team Dean, I swear, the greatest community in the world. We're gonna be the biggest community over time too, you know, but we already are the greatest. And I appreciate y'all, I swear, I gotta repeat myself a million times. I appreciate y'all so much for pulling up back to back to back. Like, I swear, thank y'all so much. When I'm reading the same names, like, this brings joy to my heart, you know, especially like the stream last week, for example, that shit was so turned, so I'm thankful that y'all are here again, you know, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, this shit is dope for y'all so that we can keep coming, so we do keep doing that shit, you know, because I love doing that shit and I love that y'all enjoying it, you know. I hope y'all enjoying it. By the way, let me know if y'all enjoying that shit, but like, you know, I love doing that shit, so for y'all to be in here again, like, I swear it feels so like, because you know I post a lot of call next album, what I gotta call it, let me see what he's gonna say, but like, you know, it's one thing because I post content every day, right? Like I said it, what was it, 2 weeks ago it was 126 days, now it's like 138, 139, it doesn't matter, but like I'm posting every day, content every day, you know, every day. What should I stream about? Well, you gotta know, first of all, see, I think you should first of all take some time, you know what I'm saying? Just sit down and be honest with yourself and be like, okay, what the fuck do I want to talk about in this world, right? Like for me, obviously, what I want to talk about is just real ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Self-love, positivity, hustling, grinding, actually doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just chatting, of course, yeah, just chat, you know what I'm saying? Like, just talk about the things that you genuinely enjoy, you know. When I come here, hottest day in the year, shout out that. Yeah, we might call it that type shit. But you just have to be honest, you know, with your viewers, you know. When I come on here and I'm here with my team Dean, like I just want to be fucking honest, you know what I'm saying? And also, for example, I love giving love and knowledge and wisdom and stuff, you know. Like I said, I'm not perfect, I'm no guru, I'm a normal human being just like the next motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. So, but I'm also never claiming that I'm anything but that. But for me, it's just, okay, what can I give the people? Because whatever I experienced, maybe there's some knowledge or wisdom or something that people can learn from, you know. Best case scenario, I tell you about some of my mistakes and you don't have to repeat those mistakes. Best case scenario, you know. Like I said in another video, in another stream, mistakes are like bound to happen, you know. Sooner or later you're gonna make some mistakes, but that's not a bad thing. If you make a mistake once and then you course correct, you know, and that shit stays in your mind and you don't repeat that mistake, was it really a mistake, you know? We are there every Friday to listen to this man because he's true, because he's himself. Just chatting is working great. Be yourself. Man, this guy, I appreciate you so much, Last guys. I swear, it's giving so much love back. Like, I appreciate that. King Dean #1. Man, I appreciate you for life, bro. For life, for life. Well, I have streamed before, but it's like too quiet. Then I just quit them off phones. But yeah, no, I feel you because look, I'll give you an honest story, Moma, about me. Now we have calendar week 47, right? In calendar week 10, I did a stream but on TikTok, you know, because last year I did a couple TikTok streams. Before we was, in 2021, we were streaming on Instagram. And then last year I had a couple streams on TikTok and stuff, you know, but completely different energy. Now this is like, now that what you see is like fully real me, you know what I'm saying? With Team Dean, just being able to be around so many real individuals that like really understand me and what the fuck I'm saying, you know, that are also everybody on their path. I'll get back to it in a second. Yo, I'm live streaming in front of a crowd. They keep asking for a short freestyle because they missed one. Sorry, do it again for the homies. Okay, freestyle for the homies. You know they already know me. Hey, they probably know the old me, but the new me, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Missed it, fuck, let me go again, you know what I'm saying? Snap back, pull up, you know what I'm saying? Bitches on my dick, cause I got, man, now fuck it, I'm fucking it up, my bad, see, now I got two, what? And, you know what I'm saying? Drop some L's in the chat, I fucked it up, you know what I'm saying? My bad, I got too excited, you know what I'm saying? But, it gotta come from the heart, you know what I'm saying? I was still spitting on that shit, so my bad. Hey, everybody watching, I'm sorry, that was trash, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they want the gas, that shit was trash. Like the fucking ash, put it to the grass. Shorty coming over, now she gonna smash. Little bit to save it, just to save it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? No, but you know what I'm saying? Quitting, don't ever quit to, you know what I'm saying? You can never, ever, we just press repeat for the heat. Appreciate it. Nah, that was mid. Look, I'm honest, right? Like when it's hot, I'ma tell you it's hot. But that was mid, but we might come into that shit later, you know what I'm saying? I swear, cause I ain't be freestyling like that on I swear my life, only the lives got me freestyling again, you know? Because like, I don't know, like I got so used to just making music and I don't be about that freestyle, so, but I'm honest with y'all. When it's hot, I'ma tell you it's hot. When it's mid, I'ma tell you it's mid, you know? But just to bring it quick back to the story I was gonna tell. So calendar week 10, I did one stream. And then I was like, alright, fuck it. I'ma do that shit every week now. What happened? I didn't do shit. Now, I did do shit in other areas and stuff, but I didn't stream, right? And what happened? 34 weeks passed, just like this, and I didn't do shit. But the last couple weeks, I kept thinking like, I should start streaming again, and then you know, when you push things off, it builds this weird mind type of cloud, you know what I'm saying, where you're like, you know, and every week that you're pushing it off, it gets harder and harder to then start. Same with gym, same with this, same with that, right? So, the sooner you can start, the better, I swear on my life. He who struggles with decency has never struggled. See, Vas Gasa, bro, like a poet. I appreciate, and I'm dead ass serious, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is like spitting dope comment after dope comment. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being part of Team Dean on God, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, like, if you want to start something, this is for everybody, you know, not just streaming in general. Please, just start. For Doomy 20, what's happening? I hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to Team Dean, live stream. Appreciate you for being here, you know. Yeah, we was just talking, every day is the right day for one, for day one. GD25, facts. I swear, because look, there's never going to be a perfect day, right? It's never going to be a perfect time. Perfect conditions never exist. I swear, we as humans sometimes, and I'm faulty of that too, we always think like, oh, it's not the right time yet. It's not the right time. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate you so much. We always think it's not the right time yet. I have to wait for better conditions. Fuck that shit. They never come. Look, like I said, I have this camera, this proper camera, but I don't have the cable yet because it's a little bit complicated. Look, it's not just one cable. You need a cable, then you need another. It's not like a USB, but some type shit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then I kept like in my mind, like pushing back, like, okay, yeah, I will get this soon, and then I will start. And then 3 weeks ago, I was like, bro, who the fuck am I actually bullshitting? Like a couple weeks passed by again, and I didn't start yet, you know? And if I like, and it's just gonna keep going, bro. I pulled up my phone, I was like, fuck it, today I'm streaming. And this was one day before we started streaming, you know, because I just did a test stream. I just was like, man, I'm not gonna announce it, I'm not gonna nothing. I just have to put up their phone and just start trying with my phone, you know? Boom. 40 minutes, it was like one person watching. I swear, one person was watching the whole stream. I was so excited, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, just doing that streaming shit, man, I love it. I hope y'all feel the love, you know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely love this shit. Like I said, music is the love of my life, of course. But this way, like, to interact with y'all and stuff, like, it means the world to me. Because when I post content, I post content, I post it. Like, of course, you can get comments and stuff, but stream is IRL, not IRL like outside, but like it's in real time, you know? So to like see those comments, knowing, hey, it's motherfucking Team Dean behind the screens, like real motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? When I say motherfuckers, I'm not talking gender. That can be male, female, doesn't matter. But it's real ass individuals with a real ass dope ass mind, you know? Because everybody that comes here has a dope ass mind. And it's just so different, you know, when we're like instant time, you know, and never keep struggling, you just perform, and for real, shout out to Def. The haters always told me, but now they really want to know me. Did I say that earlier? No, I didn't say that. But that's a bar. Like, did you purposefully rhyme that? That's hard as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the haters though, you know what I'm saying? People always going to hate. And you have to understand with haters, check the chat, oh yeah, my bad. Fuck haters, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuck haters, you know what I'm saying? Because look, let's be honest. A person that's doing better than you in life is never going to hate. Me personally, I don't ever hate on nobody. Even people that are doing better than me. I'm never hating. Why would I hate? I can only respect and clap for you, you know what I'm saying? If I really don't fuck with it, still, that's your thing. I will never hate, you know what I'm saying? I swear, I do not fuck with hating energy. Because especially like if you see a person that has something that you want, right? This is like a sign from God, from the universe, showing you, hey, this can be for you up next. But if you then hate on that person, you're pushing off that, you're pushing it away, you know? So when you see somebody that has something that you want or that you like or whatever, be happy for them. Be happy like it's your, like it's you already experiencing that, you know? Because that way you're gonna attract it to you much faster, you know? So over here, like Team Dean, all my motherfuckers, we never do no motherfucking hate energy, you know what I'm saying? We don't do no hating, no down talking, no nothing. Not on the next person, not on ourselves, never, you know? Like I said, we have to stay in that love, you know, always within the self-love and understanding ourselves. Because look, life is complex, right? For Domi 20s follows, you know, appreciate you so much, appreciate the follow, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, blessings to you. Fuck, I just missed my point, but yeah, I get the point, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we never do that motherfucking hate energy. They hate and they trying to bring me down to my fate, but I got mates. And is you purposefully rhyming, you know what I'm saying? Because I be seeing little rhymes and stuff. Hating haters cost energy that you could be investing in yourself and your building. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you waste your time giving your energy to someone else, specifically if you don't like him? Look, full honesty, of course you're not gonna like every human, right? Like, because humans are so different. So one person can be perfect for one person, but to you they're like, I don't fuck with them. That's fine, you don't have to fuck with everybody, but never then take your time and energy to put negative energy or hate energy. That's so demonic. I swear, this is such low level creature type shit. All of Team Dean, we never do that shit, you know? I'm purposefully rhyming. Okay, yeah, good to know, because I'm like, am I tripping? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's hard, you know? But like I said, you know, just get to starting. Always just get to starting. I wish this is something I could have told myself also with the streams and stuff, just start earlier, you know? But hey, sometimes things take time, and here we are in divine time, you know? So we gotta just be glad and appreciative of that we are actually in it, you know? And just actually doing it. And so whatever it is for your life, just start. Look, even like, for example, because now, you know, I'm like, I love gym and stuff. I do the gym on the regular and stuff. If you, for example, want to start with a gym, but you don't have to use gym, you can use it for everything. Hey, if you can do motherfucking 10 minutes, just start off with 10 minutes. Like, whenever I had phases, for example, since we're talking about gym, when I didn't go regularly, what I would make sure is, okay, the first workout, it might suck. It doesn't have to be my best workout. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a good workout. Let's just get it in. let's just get it done, you know, because the first step is a lot of times the hardest, because the mind be playing fucking mind games sometimes. I don't know what it is about the human mind, and like even like me, you know what I'm saying, like I really think about those things and stuff. Like nobody's perfect, you know, so like the mind sometimes plays tricks and stuff. We just have to get over that first step, you know what I'm saying, just trust and believe, especially like if we're called to do that. Just take the first step, you know, and then over time it gets better, you know. I'm gonna just take a quick sip for real. But just that first step, you know what I'm saying, the first step is always so crucial. Just start, you know, and over time you can get better. It's never about being perfect at the start. You can never be perfect at the start. And at the beginning you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail, right? But this is where you learn, this is where you learn, and then when you learn, you can do better, and then when you can do better, you can actually perfect it, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is, you know, gym, finances, this, that, bam, 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 it doesn't matter, you know, whatever you want for your own life, right? So we just have to keep that in mind and just be like, fuck it, just start, and over time, I will get better, I will get better, I will get better. That's facts. I appreciate you. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is again what we said earlier in the beginning. This is where self-honesty comes in. Self-honesty. You have to be honest with yourself. It's brutal sometimes. It's easy to spot mistakes and bad things about other people, but it's hard to admit that to ourselves, right? Isn't failing the perfect start, because you learn the most from your mistakes. See it as a motherfucker that knows his shit exactly, makes you bulletproof for the future. Motherfucking facts, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're failing, quote unquote, but you keep going, how is that a failure? It's only gonna show you where you can improve, and it's only gonna show you what not to do again, you know? With me, for example, so many things where I fucked up and stuff, and I was like, okay, but now I know not to do it that way again, you know what I'm saying? Now I know to do it better. Now I know not to repeat that shit. Of course, yeah, go for that, you know what I'm saying? Of course. But don't do it right now, you know what I'm saying? Right now you stay on that stream, you know what I'm saying? You do it afterwards, you know what I'm saying? You take that energy and then you run with that shit on your own, you know? But right now, you know what I'm saying? We stay, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now we chopping it up and stuff, you know? But yeah, and with practice comes perfection, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody is born perfect, or like nobody starts something off perfect, right? So like we just need to keep putting in that energy, and then that's how we're building, and that's how things grow, right? Like the concept is usually always the same. It doesn't matter in what field, in what area you want to use that, the concept is always the same, you know? It's just start and keep going. Start and keep going, keep going, keep going. Analyze. I swear, analyzing. I don't think I said it today yet. Analyzing yourself is so fucking important. Me, I analyze so much little shit about myself, you know, and like I'm still not where I want to be fully, you know, like it's a process, of course. Got the mindset, now that's fire. Facts, you know, and see, that's what I appreciate you for pointing it out, Blas Gaza. See, that's for me so important. Like when I come on here, it doesn't matter if it's just stream, if y'all see me on Instagram, stories, TikTok, YouTube, it does not matter. That's what I want to give to people, right? On the deepest level, encouragement. Encourage motherfucking men. And we just created that word. Because look, we all can live our dream basically, you know, like whatever you want to achieve is not going to stop me achieving my thing. Whatever I want to achieve, it's not going to stop you achieving your thing. You know, I'm from Balkan originally, so we have a quote there. I'm not gonna say it in Balkan, but like the quote is basically, your success, nobody can steal your success, you know what I'm saying? And you cannot steal nobody else's success, like nobody else's blessings. So we have to keep that in mind, you know, like, and so we should encourage ourselves, you know, and like everybody that's watching, and if, on stream or off stream, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just want motherfuckers, like when I say motherfuckers, never gender related, I just want people to go for whatever the fuck they want to go for. And sometimes we need, you know, other humans to tell us, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Like how y'all motherfuckers be in here, you know what I'm saying? That's like also motivation to me, right? So I'm trying to give that to y'all, you know, so it's like a give and take, you know what I'm saying? I give you, you give me, And now we both have, right? And that's the beauty of life, because this is how we should be in life, united together, all humans from everywhere, right? Like all humans, because like there's no difference, it doesn't matter. I said it so many times and I will say it a million more times. There's no difference. Doesn't matter what culture, what nationality, what race, what state. It doesn't matter. All that shit does not matter. It's beautiful that we got those differences, but that does not make us different. On the deepest level, we are all the same. We are all still like small children, because like the inner child never left, and it wants to be loved. So we want to love and we want to be loved, right? And this is how we have to keep that shit in mind, Always remember, whenever you're talking to a human being, you're still talking to their inner child, because the inner child never leaves, It never leaves. Okay, yeah, we get older, then we grow up and stuff, quote unquote, but the inner child is always with us. It's always listening. That's why I also said in the beginning, never down talk yourself. I swear, please always think of yourself like as the version when you were a child. Would you want somebody to talk in a negative way to them? You would not. No. Would you want someone to like hate on that little child? No, you would not. So please don't do that shit to yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? Always stay within that love. And when I say self-love, it's not some like, like I don't do no cliche shit. I'm really just speaking shit from real life that I'm living too, right? Like one time I said a quote, I don't practice what I preach what I live, quote unquote. I don't want to say I'm preaching, I'm just talking, but yeah, I get the point, right? So it's not about like saying something because it sounds good and stuff. No, say what you feel, because your truth can help another person, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how we have to keep it, But this is going to be it for the most part for today, you know what I'm saying? Today a little bit a shorter stream. We're gonna do the next stream next week again, you know what I'm saying? So Friday again, same time, be good to yourself 100%. If no one else believes in you, at least you believe in yourself. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly. And look, other people can never believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So you really have to first of all believe in yourself, because how the fuck do you expect someone else to believe in you more than you do yourself, right? Like that's not going to work. You have to be your biggest believer, you know what I'm saying? You have to be your biggest supporter and your biggest fan. Also be your biggest critic sometimes, but do that specifically, take that time to be like specific, like, okay, hey, now I'm gonna look at what I can improve, what I can do better. But we always stay in that self-love, right? We always stay in that gratitude, like we said at the beginning, and believe in yourself. Because look, another person can never like believe in you so much to the point where you then believe in yourself, right? Like the belief has to come from within yourself, right? But that's what it's always going to be. The self-love and self-belief is always going to be key, But yeah, next stream, next Friday, you know what I'm saying? Again, 5 p.m. EST, aka 11 p.m. CET, aka 23 Uhr for all my German streamers. Dean time already over. Damn, bro, time runs. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? Today it's like we did an hour already, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all so much for coming through, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it next week again, same time, you know what I'm saying? Same place. Again, I appreciate y'all so much for pulling up. Honestly, it means the world to me. I'm sending y'all so much love. I hope to see y'all next week again, you know what I'm saying? Same time, so 5 p.m. EST, aka 11 p.m. CT, aka 23 Uhr. Fridays, always the Fridays, With that being said, I love y'all so much. Thank you, Team Dean, for pulling up, you know what I'm saying? God bless y'all. Thank you for your time and your word stays, y'all. Until next week, King. Appreciate you so much. See you, my boy. Appreciate you so much. Much love. Team Dean #1. Facts, you know what I'm saying? See y'all next week again. May God bless y'all. God is the greatest. And let's go.